So, as I'm sure you're all aware at this point, the Buffalo Bills have agreed to build a new stadium in Buffalo. No, they're not moving. All those rumors were not true. The Buffalo Bills are going to stay in Buffalo. They're going to build this new stadium that is going to cost upwards of $1.4 billion to build. And with that comes the question, how much of that money is actually going to be paid by the organization, and how much of that money is actually going to be paid by the state? And I know that Governor Kathy Hochul said that $850 million of the stadium funds will be paid by New Yorkers, but that does not include the lease agreement that's also requiring the state to pay into a fund to build this new stadium in Orchard Park. So that's going to include some more funds. At the end of the day, public costs for the Bills' new stadium is going to be somewhere around the $1 billion number for a $1.4 billion project. I know that's a lot of numbers, and I know we're sports fans, and you know, unless it's catches and yards, we kind of, our brains go to mush. But stick with me. Basically $1 billion of a new stadium that is basically going to be owned and operated by a billionaire whose net worth is $5.8 billion, by the way, and Terry Pagula. He's putting New York taxpayers, many of whom are not Bills fans, by the way. I would say the majority of whom are not Bills fans, by the way. They're being forced to pay almost the entire price of building this new stadium just so Terry Pagula, the NFL, and the Buffalo Bills can charge more for ticket prices, just so they can charge more for hot dogs, hamburgers, and everything else that people eat and drink at these games. This is exactly what is wrong with the way not only professional football, but professional sports is done. And the way that that these owners flex their muscle, flex their power over people who aren't even football fans. Like, I promise you, like, there's a lot of people out there who are not football fans who are seeing this and saying $1 billion of our taxpayer money is going to something. And that something is a football stadium that is going to revitalize the community they're going to build some apartment buildings. They're going to build a little shopping center that only rich people can buy stuff at. And if you're well off, you're going to be very excited about going to Orchard Park. But if you actually are a fan who's been a diehard fan, who's working class, no. I'm sorry. Unless you come up with the money. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. By the way, they are lowering seating capacity. For this new stadium project just so they can charge more for ticket prices. Even more than they were already gonna charge, because when a new stadium comes to town, they gotta charge more, right? They gotta charge more. And then on top of that, they're gonna charge more because, well, we have less seats. Let's inflate demand by lowering supply on purpose. It's a joke. Absolute joke. This is exactly what's wrong with sports owners. This is exactly what's wrong with the power dynamic that exists between fans, non-fans, and the actual owners and operators of leagues. Because if they don't get what they want, if they don't get what they want, they're going to go and be like, well, the Bills are moving to St. Louis, or the Oakland A's are moving to wherever, or what was the latest one? There was one that was ridiculous. The Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are moving to Vegas. They flex their power. They spit in the face of their fans. And then, after they've done all of that, They force you to foot the bill for something they want to build. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that's fair. Tell me what about that is in any way representative of a league, of a team, of a franchise, of a mentality, of wanting to represent the communities that are that city. The Bills players, I'm not putting them into this, but the organization, the Pegula family, all of them, and honestly, all these other big sports owners who do this same type of BS, who flex their muscles, who say, oh, well, we might move, who knows, ha ha ha. All of them are in the same boat when it comes to this. They don't give a crap about you, the community, the city. They care about their money. And Terry Pegula, who's worth $5.8 billion, can't fund his own stadium? Are you kidding me? That he wants to build so he can make more money? You have to do it? Because look, it's a benefit, right? It's a benefit for you, a taxpayer, to pay for me, Terry Pegula, to have a stadium that I can, oh, what's the excuse? We're employing people. Yeah, you're employing people and not paying them anywhere near enough. Yeah. How many people are you employing? Is it going to be worth that return on investment for us? No. And look, hey, speaking of, I'm not even living in New York. But if this was happening in any state that I was living in, I'd be pissed. And you should be pissed because this happens way too much. This is what happens when you have these greedy owners who only care about money. This is what happens when you have a system that incentivizes them to do this. And look, I'm sure the stadium's going to be beautiful. They're saying it's going to look like Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And look, that's fine. That's fine. But at the end of the day, the thing that is most disheartening, disgusting in my eyes is that, or the two things I should say. One, this money's not going to actually help New Yorkers. It's not going to actually help the city of Buffalo. It's not actually going to help the people who are paying into the fund. Secondly, again, it pisses me off. It's just insane that someone who is worth nearly $6 billion is somehow allowed to use taxpayer money to pay for $1 billion project. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. I might be in the minority on this one. I know there's a lot of people who are saying, we don't care. We don't care. You're getting a new stadium. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, it shouldn't be this way, man. It should not be this way. These owners got to start coughing up.